Marvel Studios and Disney will bring the 22nd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Avengers Endgame, to home media. And as is always the case, there will be a gigantic selection of editions snapping their way onto shelves. In this video, I'll go over all the details of all the different versions you can expect to find across the US and Canada, the UK and Australia, and when you can find them in stores and on digital platforms. Additionally, I will also detail the list of announced special features and deliver my final thoughts, discussing which version or versions I'll be picking up myself. In doing so, I also hope to help you weigh up which version is best for you. As always, I will leave affiliate links down below in the description and the comments if you'd like to purchase the movie from Amazon or Amazon UK. All these editions will be region free, so if you're in the market to import anything you see here, you'll be able to play it no matter what region you're in. I did of course produce a few Avengers Endgame videos when it first hit cinemas. If you'd like to take a look at my more in-depth thoughts on the movie, or check out some of my video editorials and my MCU ranking, please feel free to check them out via the hyperlinks at the end of the video. On your screen is the list of topics that I'll be covering in this video. If you're more interested in checking out some over others, then please feel free to skip forward via the time codes I provided down below in the comments. Otherwise, you are of course more than welcome to stick it with me for the long run. Let's take a look at the North American release, where Avengers Endgame lands on physical home media on August 13, 2019, and on digital 2 weeks earlier on July 30, 2019. Endgame will release as a 4K plus 2x Blu-ray plus digital cinematic universe edition, as a 2x Blu-ray plus digital multi-screen edition, and as a single disc DVD edition. As expected, the standard editions of Endgame will use the theatrical poster artwork for the film on its various covers, as is the standard for Disney releases. Regardless, I think they look pretty great, as I am a big fan of the poster, and the set should match up nicely with the previous Infinity War release. Target will of course offer an exclusive 4K plus 2x Blu-ray plus digital digipack edition of the film, which will be bundled with an exclusive Avengers Initiative, the first 10 years, a look back book, which should offer a nice overview of the MCU so far, likely with behind the scenes photographs and filmmaker notes. Again, following in Infinity War's footsteps, the Target edition uses one of Endgame's various alternate poster artworks, which looks incredibly nice. I always think that the Target sets feature more dynamic artwork. Best Buy will release their standard 4K plus 2x Blu-ray plus digital steelbook edition. This is a very nice steel, prominently featuring the Avengers A and stills of each of our Avengers, strangely including some that didn't even appear in the film or who are in their Infinity War appearances. I guess when this first went up for pre-order, Marvel didn't want to put any spoilers for the film out there, but now that we all have had the chance to see the film, I kind of assumed that there would be an update of the artwork to reflect the film a little better, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Regardless, it is a very nice steel. Additionally, however, if you'd like a set of matching steelbooks, Best Buy will offer a special edition Avengers 4 movie 4K plus Blu-ray steelbook collection, featuring each of the films in Avengers A themed steelbooks, which will in turn be housed inside a steel box. This is an awesome edition for those who wish to own all the movies on 4K and in steelbooks, however might be out of the question for those who already own them all. Interesting to note that this is the only way, so far at least, that you can own Infinity War and Endgame in steels that match those released for the first two films. It's also the first box set that Disney has released in the US for many years. Disney also notes that a digital bundle of all 4 Avengers films will also be available. Some incredibly depressing news for our friends across the multiverse in the UK, where the film won't be available on physical home media until September 2, 2019, almost an entire month after its US release. This is especially disappointing considering the movie actually released in theatres in the UK a number of days earlier than in the US. In the UK, Endgame will release as a 4K plus 2x Blu-ray set, as a 3D plus 2x Blu-ray set, as a 2-disc Blu-ray set, and as a single-disc DVD. As per usual, the UK sets will reflect the same artwork as those from the US. Zavvi will be the UK distributor of the Steelbook edition, which is available as both a 4K plus 2x Blu-ray set and as a 3D plus 2x Blu-ray set. The artwork will match that of the US Best Buy Steel. As with Marvel's previous release of Captain Marvel, Zavvi will also release an exclusive collector's edition, which will likewise be offered as both a 4K plus 2x Blu-ray combo pack and as a 3D plus 2x Blu-ray combo pack. The set will be presented inside an exclusive collector's light-up slipcase featuring explosive character artwork and will bundle the respective steelbook of the movie, 5x metallic effect art cards, and a pull-out gift box containing 4x metal printed pin badges featuring stylized character profile. Each box is limited to only 1,500 units worldwide. Pre-orders are still open on Zavvi, so if you do want to get yourself a copy of this beautiful looking set, you better get on it right away. A 4-movie Avengers Assembled collection will also be available in the UK, albeit only on Blu-ray and DVD. If you would, however, prefer to own a 4-movie collection on 4K, I'd hold out until around November or December, because they're guaranteed to release one around then. Disney and Marvel pulled the same stunt last year with the 3-movie collection. They released the Blu-ray and DVD sets with the launch of Infinity War in September, and then launched the 4K set in November. In Australia and New Zealand, Endgame will be released closer to US release, with a drop set for August 14, 2019. As always, however, don't forget, you should be able to pick it up 2 days earlier on the 12th in store at JB Hi-Fi. Australians will be able to get their hands on a 4K plus 2x Blu-ray set, a 2-disc Blu-ray set, and a single-disc DVD edition. Note, however, no 3D release for the film, as it seems Disney have given up support of the format in Australia, with their last 3D release being The Incredibles 2 last November. Let's take a look at the general release specs for the film. Avengers Endgame was filmed entirely on IMAX cameras at a resolution of 6.5K, but was downscaled in post-production and processed as a 2K digital intermediate. The 4K edition of Endgame will thus feature an upscale of the film's 2K source DI, but will also feature an HDR presentation. The 4K HDR presentation will be complemented by a Dolby Atmos audio track, while the Blu-ray edition will only feature a DTS HD Master Audio 7.1 track. It's very unlikely that the IMAX aspect ratio version of the film will be presented on any home media edition, even on the 3D set, just as Infinity War wasn't. It really is a little bit disappointing, because I'm sure that just means that we're all in for a double or triple dip somewhere down the line. A selection of foreign language audio and subtitle tracks will also be included, but these may vary depending on your region. Endgame comes bundled with quite a decent selection of bonus features, though as is usual with these Marvel releases, they may underwhelm some fans. Regardless, they include a visionary intro by directors Joe and Anthony Russo, audio commentary by directors Anthony and Joe Russo and writers Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, remembering Stan Lee. Filmmakers and cast honor the great Stan Lee in a fond look back at his MCU movie cameos. Setting the tone, casting Robert Downey Jr. Hear the tale of how Robert Downey Jr. was cast as Tony Stark in the original Iron Man and launched the MCU. A man out of time, creating Captain America. Trace the evolution of Captain America with those who helped shape the look, feel, and character of this compelling hero. Black Widow, whatever it takes. Follow Black Widow's journey both within and outside the Avengers, including the challenges she faced and overcame along the way. Bro Thor. His appearance has changed, but his heroism remains. Go behind the scenes to see how Bro Thor was created. The women of the MCU. MCU women share what it was like to join forces for the first time in an epic battle scene and be part of such a historic ensemble. The Russo brothers' journey to Endgame. See how Anthony and Joe Russo met the challenge of helming two of the biggest films in cinematic history back to back. 6 deleted scenes. Goji berries, bombs on board, suckiest army in the galaxy, you used to frickin' live here, Tony and Howard, and Avengers Take a Knee. And Gag Reel. Laugh along with the cast in this epic collection of flubs, goofs, and gaffs from set. The set will of course also offer up one digital-only bonus feature, Steve and Peggy One Last Dance. Explore Captain America and Peggy Carter's bond, forged in moments from previous films that lead to a momentous choice in Avengers Endgame. Endgame supplements clock in at just under an hour, not taking into account the commentary track, which is certainly a touch more than we're used to with Disney's recent Marvel sets, but still a far cry from some of the earlier Marvel releases. Regardless, the bonuses here sound pretty interesting, albeit mostly a little fluffy. For such a huge film like this, an in-depth behind-the-scenes documentary or comprehensive MCU production retrospective would have been incredibly welcome, but once again, I'm sure Marvel have something in store for us on that front really soon. I'm looking forward to taking a look at the Stan Lee tribute, as well as the selection of deleted scenes, and I'm incredibly excited to give the director's commentary a whirl. The Russos, Marcus and McFeely always deliver great tracks. That said, however, I am pretty disappointed at the lack of behind-the-scenes features on here. Judging by the run times, a little less than 10 minutes worth of making of stuff is included, as most of the features seem to be mashups of character moments from previous films. Again, I really do appreciate Disney offering us an hour's worth of stuff here, but I really think that this film in particular called for quite a bit more effort and something a touch more comprehensive. With all that said, let's get onto my picks. What is left to say about Endgame that hasn't been said a million times before? The film is the cinematic event of our lifetime and easily the pinnacle of the MCU up to this point. I will of course be purchasing the movie on home media for myself, as I'm sure all of you will be too. And then again, we'll all probably buy the movie again when it's re-released in some kind of super special box set edition in a few months' time. Until then, however, I'll be grabbing myself a 4K copy of the film from the US to match my other US slipped editions of the MCU, as well as a 3D copy from the UK. I do own the Infinity War Target exclusive, but in an effort to cut back on my editions, I think I will be passing on this one. Once again, you can find affiliate links down below in the comments and description if you'd like to purchase the movie for yourself from Amazon or Amazon UK. And as a reminder, all worldwide editions will be region free. I certainly hope that this video has helped make your purchasing decisions all the easier, so as we come to a close, fire away in the comments below and let me know which version or versions of Avengers Endgame you'll be snapping up for yourselves. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos and you'd like to see more like it in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen, as well as that like button down below for that little extra support. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.